What's going on, combat sports fans? We have an awesome fight lineup for the main event at UFC Fight Night 103 in Phoenix, Arizona. Yair Rodriguez versus BJ Penn. Hey, this is a prediction preview video here. We'll be getting to the prediction here in a matter of seconds here with all three of us. I'm Crazy Joe, that's Big Doug, Jimmy, and Creepy Zeke back there hanging around. So this is going to be a really fun fight. I'm very excited for it. Both guys are badass warriors in the octagon. One's old school, one's new school, but fighting is badass forever. I forget exactly the way BJ Penn said it, but fighting is forever, like timeless, you know what I mean? So it's just gonna be awesome. I love fights. So as you know, fight or die, whatever. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So let's get to the prediction here with me, Crazy Joe, on Joe's commentary and predictions, and then the other two here are going to give their predictions. So here we go. I am going with Yair Rodriguez Pantera to win it by KO TKO knockout victory in the third round over BJ Penn. I kind of feel like it's going to be a first round, to be honest, but I think it's going to go 3 rounds. As Yair is going to figure out Penn and end up taking out the prodigy BJ Penn. Pantera, I believe, will go to 10-1 in his pro career. Big Dog Jimmy thinks that we're going to see a submission victory for Yair over Penn, that is going to go to the ground, and Yair is going to end up submitting Penn in the fight. But Creepy Zeke back there, he thinks we're going to see a TKO knockout victory for BJ Penn over Yair Rodriguez in the main event at UFC Phoenix. Yair Rodriguez versus BJ Penn, but I don't think so. Me and Big Dog Jimmy don't agree with Creepy Zeke back there. We really think that Yair's going to pull out the victory and dominate the returning legend BJ Penn. I feel that he should have stayed retired, but hey, that's not for me to decide. That's for BJ Penn to decide. I, give him mad respect for having the intestinal fortitude and the courage and the strength to come out of retirement and come out and fight, and he's going against a tough-ass warrior in Yair Rodriguez, ranked number 10 in the featherweight division. Now let's get to some preview information here. Yair Rodriguez, he's from Mexico. He is 9-1 right now as a pro. He is going against BJ Penn, the prodigy from the U.S. Hawaii, and he has 16 wins, 10 losses, and 2 draws. So we'll go over to BJ Penn's information and then over to Yair. BJ Penn, he's got 7 wins by KO TKO, 6 by submission. I thought that was 8. That's a 6. 6 submission wins, 3 decision wins. He's lost 3 times by KO TKO. He's never been submitted in his pro career. So Big Dog Jimmy over here, he thinks history is going to be made by Yair, by him submitting BJ Penn, and Penn's, so that's pretty crazy because BJ Penn's never been submitted by anyone, and Big Dog Jimmy thinks that that's going to happen. Let us know down in the comment section if you agree with Big Dog Jimmy, if you think that Yair is going to be able to submit BJ Penn or not. If you agree, also let me know down in the comment section, do you agree with me with a TKO victory for Yair over BJ Penn, or do you think that Creepy Zeke is right with a TKO knockout victory for BJ Penn over Yair Rodriguez? So, and then for BJ Penn, he's lost 7 times by decision. A lot of times he's lost to the judges more than one. So, and one thing that's interesting, when you look at BJ Penn's career from 2010 up to 2014, he has got 1 win, 5 losses, and 1 draw. 1, 5, and 1. But then you go a little further down to 2009, and he's actually got 3 wins, 6 losses, and a draw. So he has, since 2009, even has been tough for him. He lost to George St. Pierre, TKO, corner stoppage. He beat Kenny Florian at UFC 101 by rear naked choke. Diego Sanchez by TKO doctor stoppage. He lost back-to-back fights to Frankie Edgar with unanimous decisions. He beat Matt Hughes by KO at UFC 123. He had a draw with John Finch, a majority draw. He lost unanimous decision to Nick Diaz. He lost unanimous decision to Rory McDonald in his last fight at the Ultimate Fighter 19 finale. He lost TKO to Frankie Edgar in the third round. Before that though, he's, he started his pro career with 3 victories in a row, 2 TKOs and a KO. He lost his first fight at UFC 35 by majority decision. Then he came back and he won 2. He beat Matt Serra by unanimous decision. He had the draw there with Kalo Uno, Takanori Gomi. He beat him by a rear naked choke. He choked out Matt Hughes with the rear naked choke. Dwayne Ludwig with a arm triangle choke. A unanimous decision over Rodrigo Gracie, but then he fought Lyoto Machida and lost him by unanimous decision. Renzo Gracie beat him by unanimous decision. George St. Pierre beat him by split decision. He lost to Matt Hughes in the second time they fought by TKO. And then he had 3 fights in a row that he won with the rear naked choke, and then a TKO. Then he lost to George St. Pierre in 2009 as we went back full cycle for his career there. So it's me interesting. Will he be? Will he end up being? Was it 3-7-1 after this fight, or will he end up being 4-6-1? Time will tell. For Yair Pantera Rodriguez, he is got 2 wins by KO TKO, 2 by submission, 5 by decision. He's lost once by KO TKO. Right now he is on a 7-fight win streak, if I remember correct. Let me just see. 7-fight win streak that started out in 2013 with a flying knee KO. Then he had a submission armbar, a unanimous decision, and then at his UFC debut at UFC 180 against Leonardo Morales, he won a split decision over Charles Rosa. He beat Dan Hooker by unanimous decision, Andre Touchy-Feely by a head kick KO, then Alex Carrizi by a split decision. Before that, and when he started out as a pro, he won by unanimous decision. He won his second fight by triangle choke submission victory. So he hasn't submitted anyone since 2014, but he has that recent KO in 2016 in April at UFC 197 over Andre Feely. So on that side, I feel that he's going to pick up a badass knockout TKO victory over BJ Penn in the main event in the third round. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button down below. Leave us a comment about anything and everything we said. Punch that subscribe button into submission. Peep the video out up above if it looks interesting to you. Thanks for watching.